Imagine it, 1908. The Cretan sun beats down on the dusty ruins of an ancient Minoan palace, a place whispering tales of a lost civilization. Archaeologists, their hands stained with the earth of millennia, are digging deep, seeking answers to the past. Then, a discovery that would send ripples through the world of archaeology, a clay disc, no bigger than a hand. But this was no ordinary find. Stamped onto its surface in a perfect spiral were symbols, unlike anything ever seen. Were they hieroglyphs? Pictograms? They were unique, a script that defied all known languages. What secrets did this disc hold? Who carved these enigmatic markings, and for what purpose? To this day, its message remains a tantalizing mystery, an ancient secret locked away, forever challenging our understanding of history. Imagine a world where your deepest beliefs could lead to your death. For centuries, within the vast Roman Empire, this was the grim reality for Christians. Imperial persecution was a brutal, ever-present threat until one pivotal moment. It's the year 313 AD. Emperor Constantine, profoundly changed by a vision before a crucial battle, the clash at the Milvian Bridge, found himself in a position of unprecedented power. Alongside his co-emperor Licinius, he issued a decree that would echo through millennia. The Edict of Milan declared not just tolerance, but freedom for all faiths. The relentless persecution of Christians ceased, and in its wake, churches began to flourish, laying the very foundation for the future Byzantine Empire and forever changing the course of the world. Imagine a river, usually a lifeblood, transforming into a monstrous force. In the spring of 1927, this nightmare became reality. For weeks, relentless rain swelled the mighty Mississippi, pushing its waters to unprecedented heights. Then, the unthinkable happened. Levees, built to contain the beast, began to crumble. In a catastrophic cascade, over 150 miles of these vital barriers failed, unleashing a biblical deluge. Over 27,000 square miles were submerged, an area larger than several U.S. states combined. Families, their homes and livelihoods swept away, fled to rooftops and any refuge they could find. The sheer scale of destruction was staggering, displacing over 500,000 people and forever altering the landscape and the very psyche of the American South. This monumental disaster exposed critical vulnerabilities in flood control and spurred a national reckoning with the power of nature. The year is 1571. For centuries, the mighty Ottoman Empire had cast a long shadow across the Mediterranean, its powerful crescent flag a symbol of encroaching might. But in the shimmering waters of the Gulf of Patras, a desperate gamble was about to unfold. A hastily assembled Holy League, a Christian alliance forged in the face of overwhelming odds, faced the formidable Ottoman fleet. What followed was not just a battle, but a cataclysm. Hundreds of galleys, bristling with cannon, slammed into each other. The air filled with the acrid stench of gunpowder and the cries of men locked in brutal, hand-to-hand combat. Decks ran red with blood as empires clashed. In the end, the seemingly invincible Ottoman naval power was shattered, a decisive victory that echoed across Europe, allowing a continent to finally breathe again. Imagine a universe not empty and vast, but filled with an invisible, all-pervading substance. In 1887, scientists believed this ether was the very medium through which light traveled, like sound waves through air. Two American physicists, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley, set out to prove it. In their laboratory in Cleveland, they devised an experiment of unprecedented precision, designed to detect our planet's motion through this supposed ether. They expected to see a measurable shift, a cosmic breeze, but what they found was utterly astonishing. Nothing. Absolutely zero. No ether wind. No hint of this luminous sea. It was a result so baffling, so contrary to expectation, that it would ultimately shatter existing physics and pave the way for a revolutionary new understanding of space, time, and light itself, the dawn of relativity. Imagine this, a group of enraged Protestant nobles, their patience utterly shattered, storm into a royal castle, not to debate, not to plead, but to confront their Catholic imperial regents. The air crackles with tension. Voices rise, accusations fly. Then the unthinkable happens. Two of Emperor Ferdinand's officials, along with their secretary, are seized, hauled to a window high above the city and hurled out. Not just pushed, but thrown out, a dizzying fall of over 50 feet. Miraculously, they survived, landing on a heap of refuse. This dramatic act, the Defenestration of Prague, was more than just a violent outburst. It was the spark that ignited the devastating 30 Years' War, a conflict that would reshape Europe and leave an indelible mark on its history for generations to come. In the early 1990s, a peculiar mystery began to resonate through the quiet town of Taos, New Mexico. It was a sound unlike any other, a persistent, low-frequency hum that only a select few could perceive. For those afflicted, it wasn't just an annoyance. It brought with it debilitating headaches and unsettling nausea. Was this a localized oddity, a trick of the ear specific to this corner of the desert? Or did it point to something far more sinister, a whispered hint of a global conspiracy? Scientists were baffled, launching investigations only to find themselves chasing a phantom. The source remained elusive, the phenomenon inexplicable. Today, the Taos Hum continues to echo in the annals of the unexplained, a testament to the enduring mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. February 2003. In the heart of Antwerp, Belgium's legendary Diamond Quarter, a challenge was issued to the unthinkable. For years, the vault beneath the Diamond Center stood as a fortress, an impenetrable sanctuary for the world's most precious gems. But a sophisticated crew, dubbed Leonardo's School, had other ideas. They bypassed a network of motion sensors, seismic detectors, and heat sensors, even navigating through invisible radar and magnetic fields. It was a flawless, silent entry, a ghost in the machine. The unthinkable happened. Over $100 million in diamonds vanished, leaving behind a vault cracked open almost without a trace. This audacious heist sent shockwaves through the industry, forever questioning the limits of security and the ingenuity of crime.